Stranger Things Season 5 will be back on Netflix, but not shortly to let you recover from the happenings in Season 4. As a matter of fact, they notified us, but we think it'll take us a while to recover. With Stranger Things Season 5 confirmed to be the final season by producers, the Duffer Brothers, there's sure quite a journey ahead. As we've seen from the last episode in Season 4, Dustin is grieving his late D&D friend Eddie. He isn't able to share his feeling with the public as they believe Eddie was the evil killer in Season 4. Dustin only has his friends to confess to, but they weren't as close to Eddie as he was. The Duffer Brothers said, "Smash that like button if you haven't done it already."
We were just going for a walk.
A walk? At 9 p.m. To the lake!
That Season 5 will be a hard one for Dustin. His sorrow will be mixed with rage and bitterness as the rest of Hawking will be glad Eddie's gone and maintain his bad reputation through rumors. There are lots of relationships within the show that need to be ended, whether with a happily ever after or a breakup. The Duffer Brothers particularly mentioned Joyce's and Hopper's relationship and Jonathan's and Nancy's. There has been much gossip that the Duffer Brothers don't give time to include Steve's love life in the last season, but the reaction to this will be distressing. Steve is a fan favorite, and the audience will want to see him get a successful closure. The Duffer Brothers seem eager to put the original group back together as they were in Seasons 1 and 2. These gangs will give a sentimental finale to the series that everyone would be happy to see work together once again. The Duffer Brothers appear hard-headed that this will happen to give the series a full solid circle, even though the viewers love seeing babysitter Steve taking care of the kids. We've seen the kids and the rest of the Hawking gang battle Demogorgons, traverse the mysteries of the Upside Down, fight Russians and mind flayers at the Starport Mall, and try to beat the alternate dimension's latest bad guy, Vecna. Now that Volume 2 of Stranger Things 4 is streamed on Netflix, we're speculating how the many plotlines of the series might end in Season 5, and above all, when it'll be released. Will it be divided into two parts like Season 4? There are lots of questions.
Most metal!
Stranger Things Season 5 is going to be released, even though for now there is an official release date. When Season 4 Volume 2 premiered, the team had yet to start shooting the last episodes, and there was one big break between Seasons 3 and 4, with the cast getting older gradually and still wanting to be perceived as teenagers despite reaching their 20s and 30s. You can be sure that the series will want to get to work sooner rather than later. Soon after the premiere of Volume 2 in July 2022, the Duffers talked to Collider in an interview, saying that the writer's room stage of pre-production hadn't started yet also, though they had set out a plan during the progress of making Season 4. "We're gonna take a little vacation in July, and then we're gonna come back. I know that the writer's room is gonna start in that first week of August," Ross confirmed. Considering this, as well as the huge amount of post-production involved, we would play it safe and say that we'll most likely be seeing Stranger Things back sometime in 2024. This speculation has since been confirmed by actor David Harbour, who hinted at the same period. Matt and Ross Duffer said in a statement announcing that the show is ending, while adding that 7 years ago, they prepared the complete plot for Stranger Things. Then they predicted the story would last for 4 to 5 seasons. It was too big for only 4 seasons, but as you'll shortly judge for yourselves, we're now rushing to our finale. Season 4 will be the second to last season, Season 5 will be the final. There are still lots of thrilling stories to tell within the world of Stranger Things, new mysteries, new adventures, and new unanticipated heroes.
Max, stay with me. Max, stay with me.
The heartbreaking death of Eddie most likely meant that Joseph Quinn, who portrays the metalhead, will not be coming back for the last season. Joseph did say in a new interview that there's a chance for a cameo. Dr. Brenner is killed multiple times by the US military after they accessed the secret lab in Nevada, apparently dying in front of Eleven's eyes. So probably he won't be returning in the 5th season. Regarding Vecna, aka 1, aka Henry Creel, Jamie Campbell Bower, the actor playing the villain, hinted that he'll be returning in the last season. Let me put it this way, I know about Season 5, take from that what you will, he said in an interview with a Hollywood Reporter. So based on the fact that Will told Mike in the last episode that Vecna isn't dead, just hurting, it looks like the monster and his companions will be back. All the others will probably continue the battle in the last chapter. Max is in a coma in the final episode, but the chance of her waking up is very unlikely. Sadie Sink, the actress who portrays Max, said in an interview with a Hollywood Reporter that she has no information about her character's plotline in the 5th season.
Whatever you do, try not to miss.
She also added that she doesn't know anything about the new season. Everything is sort of kept secret, and no one from the cast knows. Only a couple of cast members have an idea of what will happen, but she hasn't received any information until now. She thinks that she should do something about it since she's curious to know as well. In the July 4th interview with Deadline, Sadie expressed the same opinion that the Duffer Brothers have been very mysterious about the last season altogether, and that she also doesn't have to know what to expect in the upcoming season and what it will look like. Max's plotline is uncertain since she's in a coma and 11 isn't able to find her in the void, so no one knows where she is and in what condition she's in.
How are you feeling today?
Okay.
In the intense last 2 episodes, Harbour, Joyce, and Murray run away from the Soviet prison, but after finding out that the others of the Hawkins crew are attacking yet another monster from the Upside Down, they back up to ruin the Russian stockpile of Demogorgons to weaken the group's mind. After 11 runs away at last from the lab and the US military and Dr. Brenner, she together with Mike, Will, Jonathan, and Argyle go to a Nevada-based Surfer Boy pizza to copy a sensory deprivation tag so she can get to Max. She comes eye to eye with Vecna again, but Max dies in Luca's arms.
There's a reason you hide from them.
Elle, discovering her power, brings Max back to life, but she stays in a coma. As 11 attempts to rescue Max through a piggyback of her mind, Dustin and Eddie enter the Upside Down to pull the Demobats away from the Creel house. The attempts turn deadly for Eddie, who dies from their attacks. In the meantime, Robin, Steve, and Nancy utilize their weapons and flamethrowers to murder Vecna. But the fourth gate has been opened after Vecna's fourth murder, Max, and the total of Hawkins cracks along huge fault lines, making a colossal opening to the Upside Down. In the last scene, the whole crew is back together, and it feels like the Mind Flayer is present, just as snow-like particles start falling from the sky. Although we don't have much information about the story, smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Season 5 will likely be centered on rescuing Hawkins. Executive producer Shawn Levy told E! News that Stranger Things 5 will definitely be more Hawkins-centric. So despite the many places in Season 4, the viewers can expect to see the small Indian town for the 5th and last season. Our ambitions remain pretty high, and the way the audience has grown, along with the cinematic scope of the show, I don't expect that we're gonna mess with that approach going into Season 5. Levy continued. See you in the next video.